Hi guys, and welcome to Living Life Recovery. In Zechariah 4 verse 10 it says, "Do not despise his small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." God is always happy when he sees an addict come to recovery. I want to talk today about influences. Little things can have a big influence in our everyday lives. Advertising promotes many of these things that we're addicted to, which weakens our moral fibre. And if we give in to them, we're doomed to relapse. We need to take time to stop and to think. What has been the greatest influence in your life up to this point? What are the things that bring you down? How have they influenced you? And I want to ask you, when you were at your lowest, was it satisfying to be there? There are few people who are happy when they're at rock bottom. Among the horror and the captivity of addiction and compulsion, the good news is that there is a shining light. If you have ever been susceptible to dominating forces, then you can just as easily surrender to the influence of God beckoning in your life. Today He's calling you to a higher quality of life. He wants you to renounce the bad in your life and choose the good. The power of God in our lives can draw us away from our old circle of influences into a whole new world of understanding and desire. Heaven can influence our day-to-day living far more today than any person or anything that we come in contact with. All we have to do is allow God to influence us, and He will. The Word of God promises us in the truth we will need to understand God's purpose for us, and it promises us His power to follow His truth. Jesus provides the perfect model. No matter how we were raised or who has influenced our lives today, we can move beyond those limitations by taking Him as our example and consciously striving to live up to His standards. We're also responsible for the way that we influence other people. Sin in our lives is a serious matter, but encouraging others to disregard or disobey God is even more serious. We need to be careful today how we act around other people, because we don't know who's watching, and we don't know the influence that we're going to have on them. Daily we can find ourselves bombarded by the media, by TV, by music, movies, and by other media streams, many of which promote sinful lifestyles and unwholesome values. Bombarded by attitudes and beliefs that oppose biblical standards. Values from which we can form our own opinions and influence the opinions of others. We need to be careful what we allow to form our opinions and evaluate our opinions against the Word of God. As you go through recovery, I just ask that each of you take time to think about who are the people that are influencing you. Are they a positive influence or a negative influence? And if they're a negative influence, what are you going to do about it? Do you need to break with those people, or can you influence them for good? Thank you for listening today. Talk to you soon.